Hello, Guru Nation. This is Jason Sutton coming to you from the Learning Center here at the Dana Rader Golf School. And I just wanted to share with you a putting lesson I did today with one of my mini tour players. This is Federico Celano from Italy. And just wanted to show you a couple of things because it's amazing how one little setup error and kind of leads to a snowball and a chain reaction of errors that can cause you some problems. So I'm working with the Kure here with Feddy. As you can see on the left, we did the laser on the putter face before I actually put the Kure on him, just to kind of see where he was at, and we noticed that he was aiming well to the right, and which is a tendency that he has, and his stroke error tends to get a little bit outside in. So we've continually working on getting him set up to where he can create a little more of an arc stroke. So what happened was, because he was aiming to the right, he was trying to get a little bit more on top of the golf ball, which got him a little crowded. So his eyes were actually a little bit to the outside of the ball, or even on the outside corner of the ball, which is not a huge amount of change, but it's enough to get his arms a little bit trapped. So you can see his right arm is a little bit stuck behind him. So what that did was it created a situation where his arms had to swing outside the line. So you can see how the putter swings a little bit outside. Of course, he was aiming right, so he was trying to pull it back on line, which he did pretty good. So he was starting to get more consistent with it. But he was definitely going down the wrong path of what's going to hold up under pressure. I mean, he just came off a pretty decent putting tournament with around 30 putts around, but we're trying to get that into the 20s regularly, and he's on his way. So on the right, we just talked about that, looked at the ball position was way too far back in the middle of his stance, which was causing him to aim to the right. So you look at what was the cause of the problem. It could have been as simple as just the ball position. So if the ball position is too far back, the tendency is to aim too far to the right. So we moved the ball position up to where he could consistently aim the putter face, got him a little bit farther from the golf ball, where his eyes were a little bit more on the inside of the golf ball, which got his arms a little more in front of his hips where he had some freedom and he wasn't stuck. So there's the old, and then you'll see as the club goes back here, he's got a much more on-line stroke, maybe with just a tiny bit of arc, which allowed his shoulders and arms to work more together. So if we look at the face-on view here, there we go. So still like to see the ball a little more up in his stance there. I just looked at it. I think I had him more up, but we measured it off, which is like a putter width inside the left heel. Is what we really decided on there as a consistent ball placement, line and aim. So you can see it's very subtle. If you notice his right arm, you see that's kind of trapped in behind his rib cage. So we want to get his right elbow a little more in front of him to where it can swing with his shoulders. So you can see already he's got to come a little bit disconnected there. And you can see the difference there. He's more connected because he's really in a better position to swing the putter. So you can see how we've got a nice little balanced stroke here. Measure him kind of 6 inches back, inches through, just like Mike Shannon. So if he goes through, see, we still got a nice little triangle there. So the face stays nice and square to the path. And And here you can see he's a little bit out and around and having to pull the ball back on line. But again, if it could have been, ball position caused poor alignment caused a poor stroke. The poor stroke caused him to get a little bit more out of setup, and the list goes on and on. So that's why I really like using the Kure. If I can get you set up properly and then get you aiming properly, you've got a heck of a good chance to make a good putting stroke and to get something that's going to repeat and hold up under pressure. So hope this helps, shows you a little bit about how I do a putting lesson, and I appreciate you checking out the blog. For those of you that follow the blog, golfgurutv.com. Also check out our website at danarader.com, and hope to see you on the lesson tee very soon.